Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is like quickly showing you how we can actually light up a scene and make it look very cinematic, right? So right now what you see is a studio setup right over here. Yeah, so basically what we have done is we have positioned a bunch of lights in the room to actually make it very dynamic and very like depth heavy, right? So what we have done is basically made sure that this lighting is not at all flat. Because flat lighting does not look good at all, right? So what we've done is actually just have a bunch of lights positioned in a certain manner, and that is like reflecting off and really making depth inside the shot. So I'll quickly show you guys how this works and how you can light up a scene, right? So lighting up a scene basically requires like 3 lights. That's what I think personally, right? And a good background. So we have a very beautiful skyline in the background, as you can see, right? We have me as a beautiful subject talking to you guys with a really beautiful voice. And yeah, I think those are the couple of things that actually makes a shot pop out, right? Makes it very attractive, makes it like worthy of watching. Right, so I think if you're doing anything for a client or in general if you're shooting for yourself as well, right, these are the things that you should actually portray forward and think about prior to shooting, right? Like, because when I got here, I realized that the lighting was quite bad because it was very one-dimensional. It's a studio setup, right? So the lighting would definitely be one-dimensional. But what I figured out is actually if you want to make something look very cinematic and professional, you should actually light up the scene ourselves, and that's what we did. So if I'll ask my buddies here to actually quickly turn off all the lights, I'll show you how we actually lit the scene. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see me or not. I think you probably can't see me. You can just see the background lights over here, right? So I'll quickly show you how we actually lit up the scene. So the first part of lighting up any scene is to have some practicals which really look good, right? So what we did is basically we have a bunch of ceiling lights in the background. Hardik buddy, can you turn them on please? Yep, so we have background lights that makes a cool setup. Like that adds aesthetic to the setup and it makes it look like very poppy. So we have a background separation, that we have a background, right, with lit environments with practical lights, and then we have a far away background in this particular scenario. So next thing we need to add is a key light. So what a key light is basically like shine light onto your face and make the subject lit. So here is the key light. But now as you have noticed, although we have already diffused this light, it's still very harsh and it's creating like very harsh shadows on my face. But yet we get that sort of 45-degree angle YouTuber / cinematic look that people are going for, but this still is very contrasty and we don't like that, right? So the next step to lighting up a scene is actually adding filler light, right? So basically what a filler light does is actually it reflects off the walls, or it is a very diffused light that is positioned at a different angle to the key light, like opposite to the key light mostly, either in the background or in the front. What it'll do is actually it'll bounce off the walls to my face and actually light the scene a little better in the environment. So that makes up the whole scene. And I lit this shot in like just with 2 lights, right? 1 practical and 2 of these Godox XL50s. So this is how you can actually create up a proper interview look. Right, so this is a very formal interview, and I think we can shoot like corporate videos in this stuff as well, which looks really good, right? So these are the kind of things that you should actually focus on when you're shooting for clients, or actually just making sure that your shot is looking very cinematic. So yeah guys, those were very quick steps to how you can actually light up your scene and make it look very cinematic. So I'll quickly show you a before and after of like how we lit up the scene. So this is how it looks. It looks very flat, right? The whole lighting looks very, like it's not cinematic, it's very flat. So now I'll show you how it actually looks after lighting up the scene. See? It looks quite cinematic, right? Looks really good. So yeah, that's pretty much all from me guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.